We have yet another story from another talent at Vshojo. I told you before, I'm milking this because I do think these people's stories need to be out there. And I feel it's better to do it in individual videos. So, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Let's get into it. Today we're covering somebody new to me. This is Michi Mochi Eevee. Michi Mochi Eevee. I hope I hit that. If I didn't hit that, I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot. But we accept those things. So let's see what she's got to say.
Out of anyone would know how to do this, y'all. All right, I will have to say TTS is off for the stream because we're talking about something serious. I will start off light in a light note because obviously, I don't want to been crazy. I don't want to add to the crazy too much. Today, I'm only gonna be talking about my own situation and no one else. I am in no way talking about other people or
We're here for it, baby. We just reacted to the case on one just a little bit earlier. So yep, I want more people to do this to make videos like this. I need more. I need all of them. All of them. Make more videos. This company needs to be run to the ground. I don't want them to pick up another talent ever again.
representing anyone but myself. Okay, so it's just me. So there's a lot that
Hell yeah,
I will
brother.
have to
Hell
talk
yeah.
about. Let's just pull it off like whack, shall we? The situation. Yeah. Today,
Mm.
chat, I have officially left Vshojo, which is insane to
Yeah.
say. Yeah, I have officially left
W.
Vshojo, so I'm not part of it anymore. On Twitter and stuff, there's like that handle thing. I don't think it's in my control. I'm not sure if Vshojo will be announcing this publicly due to everything that's been going on. But yeah, officially now.
Oh, Vshojo's not doing anything publicly right now. They are in complete damage control mode because they are going to, yeah. It's just not going to be nice for them.
I will continue as just me. Yay. The reason behind this, as some of you may know, I can't get into too much specifics due to the legalities and all that big brain stuff. And I was told to be careful with what I say. I wanted to go live today because I want to give you guys clarity and updates and security on everything that's going on because I think you guys, out of everyone, deserve to know. I know you guys probably must feel like confused or upset and stuff like that. I'm sorry that I can't tell you guys everything, but I hope I can tell you guys enough to the best of my abilities and I'll do my best because I just don't want you guys to feel like confused. So, I'm sure at this point, a lot of you guys have watched or at least heard of Mousie's video by now. If you haven't, please go watch it and support her because she's very sweet and I care about her a lot and she deserves all the love. But for today, I'll just be talking about my own situation and I might be bringing up similar points that Mouse have stated in her video. So I'm so sorry if this may sound a little bit repetitive. But basically, I recently found out that
We're here for it.
Vshojo owes me a good amount of unpaid debt. I
Oh, what would you know? Well, say it.
I also have other reasons that I was advised not to get into or say too much of as of now. So I'm sorry if I can't talk about that, but this is just one reason that has led me to my decision of terminating my contract with Vshojo. And
I just don't understand. So, I think actually what happened here is Vishojo took out, like, this is me speculating, right? Because obviously I don't know. But if I were to take a guess as to what happened on why Vishojo made a 360 decision on all of its creators, um, if I had to speculate on that, it would be that they either took out a loan or they took out uh some sort of like bad judgment call, a bad investment, and they took a massive hit for it. They don't have the money to recoup this hit. So the way that they have to recoup this hit is that they essentially take the money from the creators and use it to pay off whatever debt they created for themselves. I think that's what's happened behind the scenes. Obviously, I don't know. This is purely speculation. But if I were to give a reason as to why they all of a sudden switched up so dramatically, um, it would be that. It would be that. They made a bad investment call. They fucking made some terrible fucking decision behind the scenes, alone, something. They took out something that they couldn't pay back, so they took funds from their creators in order to pay off that debt. And now they're suffering the consequences because everybody's wondering, hey, where the fuck is our money? And rightfully so.
I want you guys to know it's not fully about like the money for me. I wanted to give you guys a quick backstory on everything.
It should be. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff behind the scenes, but you know, um, even if they were perfect behind the scenes and the only issue was the money, it should definitely be something that you care about. Absolutely, it should be. Absolutely.
Just so then you can fully understand what has been kind of going on. So, back then when I started streaming, way back then, I did it at first as a way to hang out with my friends. As you know, I really enjoyed anime and music, and I am a big fan of 3D concerts. Especially back then, I was quite a 3D concert nerd, and I have a hard time talking to people because I have really bad social anxiety. And VTubing has taught me how to talk to people more and feel more comfortable in my own skin, which is ironic because we're VTubers. I could hang out with my friends who couldn't participate or be in call, and they can hang out with me too. And it's really nice. From there, we could also meet more people together. And I always saw this as just a fun hobby that connects like minded, passionate people together. And I just saw it as that, right? And then I got picked up by another thing. And honestly, some of you may already know the story. So it went how it went. Safe to say, after that, I had a lot of doubt and fear and anxiety coming out of that situation. I still enjoyed streaming. Though I still enjoyed streaming, I realized that once money is involved, maybe my type of approach to the streaming world is a bit different. Honestly, I know a lot of people have told me that, maybe how I see things may be a bit naive or stupid, but I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid. However, after everything that has happened, Vshojo picked me up and they reassured me that this would not happen again and that they treat me better than before. And I'm gonna be so
Dude, the more that I dive into these different creators and their different videos, the amount of emotional and mental manipulation is absolutely staggering to me. It's insane. They really are the worst kind of people. They really are.
honest, chat, they did. I've spoken about this in the past, and oh god, fuck, I'm so sorry if I cried today. I don't want to mute because that would that would be really awkward. But I know before in the past I've said a lot of really good things, and this is why I think the backstory is quite important. I kind of feel ashamed about it. Well, not ashamed, maybe embarrassed. I was super relieved because I thought I finally found a group of people that were in it for the passion and the fun. Because I don't, again, I might sound dumb, but it was just a big, like, nice little reminder for me, I guess. And I was just really happy to find like minded people that were willing to talk to me and even support me and help me rebuild all over again. And in the start, Vshojo did that for me. Because before I joined Vshojo, I'm aware that I came with a lot of baggage. I wasn't like the easiest hire, I think. At that time, I've slipped into like past bad habits. At that time, that's probably the most TOS friendly way I can describe that. But my brain wasn't the best, and Vshojo gave me a second chance, and they said that they'd handle everything for me because they knew how, yeah, they knew how I was like that, and the things I could and wasn't capable of doing. They told me that they'd help me sort out everything, and past me really needed that because I was scared and honestly I was doubtful. And I'll admit it, I was very inexperienced, and Vshojo helped. Because of that, I met a lot of amazing people that I can now call my friends. I've also experienced things I've never been able to experience before, and got to meet every single one of you guys in chat. And I want to mention that because even after everything, I'm still very grateful to them for allowing me to try this again. Yeah. But also because of this, I have publicly and privately praised Vshojo a lot because I saw them. I'm reading notes, y'all.
This is the state that this stuff gets to, though, and it's so unfortunate. It's one of those things. Like, I've always been taught that you deal with a problem before it begins. And we kind of live in a world nowadays where nobody deals with problems until after they've already wreaked the havoc that they were going to wreak or wreak. So it's like, it's tough watching these videos, man. It really is because you can't help them now. It's too late. But you can show your support in helping them in a different way as far as like starting over again, starting new, right? But all of these creators' lives have been sorely affected by this, and it's a betrayal. It's an absolute fucking. I don't know. I just hate to see people used and abused this way. Knowing that that outcome could have been prevented, should action have been taken sooner. Obviously, who knows what all went on behind the scenes? We don't know any of those details right now. Um, we are just kind of flying by with what we are given until legal proceedings are at a proper point of which information can be shared. So this is tough. It's tough. My heart goes out to all these creators. My heart goes out to anybody who was wronged by Vshojo. But the only thing that we can do as the collective on the internet is never let people forget. Anytime there's a Vshojo promo, anytime there's a Vshojo hiring, anytime there's a Vshojo anything, they need to be reminded of this. I don't want any reputation for them to exist except for a bad one. Period. Point blank. Period. Done. They're ruining lives. They're ruining lives. And there should be no better punishment for that than just making sure that they can't ruin anymore.
Okay, we're back. We're back, y'all. All right, where were we?
Also, side note, those eyes are fucking crazy. The whole time this video's been going, I just been watching the eyes just fucking bubbling around. Shit is like fucking blowing my fucking mind. Holy shit. They're sick, dude. I love those eyes. Oh my god.
I can't do this. Yes, I can. No, yes, I can. All right. Okay. I have publicly and privately praised Vshojo because I saw them giving me this opportunity and platform as a big gift, right? Like a second chance. And I wanted to return the favor however much I can because I trusted them. And I trusted that they had our best intentions in mind. And, that's how it works. I never asked too much or looked too deeply into things. And I know that this probably might sound like, oh, Michi, you're kind of an idiot. But the reason was because I didn't have a reason. I didn't have a reason to do that. I thought, well, yeah. So of this have definitely came as a shock to me, and I'm sorry to every one of you guys. I know I've spoken a lot about, like, as streamers we have a platform, and you gotta use it carefully, and I really genuinely apologize. I trusted them, and I just never really had the reason to ask. However, with saying all this, I would like to say that I am not gonna be ending my streaming here. I'm still going to be continuing as
As you
myself,
should.
Michi, and if you'd still have me, I'd be so thankful to you. I'm so grateful for all the support you've sent me, and I hope you continue to support my.
Somebody let me know in the comments if she's playing Uma Musume. Cause I'm about to go watch if that's the case. That fucking game has been my life, bro. And if they've been playing it, bro, let me know in the comments. I'm about to go check that out.
My friends. Mainly, they're very kind and they mean the world to me, man. I just want them to be okay, and I want them to be happy, and I want you guys to be okay and to be happy. Because by the end of the day, I've never been like shy about admitting it, right? As streamers, well, our income is your income.
I didn't even think about it. Is she a horse girl? Because her ears are fucking massive. Y'all let me know.
It's just what it is. So you guys' support, like, you are the reason I'm allowed to be here, and I take that very, very seriously. So I'm sorry that I wasn't
Well, we're
I
glad
didn't
you're
do my
here.
due diligence enough, and yeah. I just want you guys to be okay, especially my friends. I know that this is like, it must be tough for everyone going through it. I don't want to talk about it too much. It's not my story to tell. And please don't pressure anyone to talk about it too. I am not in the brightest place right now, but I want to stay as positive as I can. I appreciate you guys a lot, and I just to make it very clear, even though I mentioned the monetary aspect of it, the reason I bring that up is because that is one of the only things I can somewhat talk about. But for me personally, it's not really about the money. If you guys know me, you know that I am not the most business oriented, perhaps. I go with the vibes.
I mean, you don't have to be an expert in business to know when a scam is happening. And unfortunately, some scam has happened allegedly. I don't know. I'm speculating again. So, yeah, let me be clear here. This is me speculating, but I do believe the money got spent or loaned or something. Something was made without due diligence being followed, and now they're trying to recoup that in the worst way possible. Is what my um theory is.
I I like to believe in the vibes and the whimsy and the pinky promises, you know what I mean? So when I trust people, I fully
Got it.
trust them, and I am very loyal to the people that I trust. This for me is somewhat like a breach of that. Personally, that's just how I feel. Where I'm not saying, and please know that I'm like, don't
Yeah, that's
blame,
going
like, don't
around right
point any
now.
fingers. And honestly, I did not expect that I would have to do this again, y'all. I'm gonna be real with you. I thought that I was at that point.
Yeah, so this is the second time she's done this, like where she's had to be like, "Oh man, fucking corpos." That's crazy. That's insane.
I would never have to do this again. But it's okay, because just because we had to do it again doesn't mean it's always that bad. I guess.
No, I mean, a lot of these videos are going to come out and people are going to get a sour taste in their mouth, but at the end of the day, there's still a lot of good people out there. As far as talent agencies go, they're inherently very exploitative. Um, the US has a big issue with that as well in the music industry, where the record labels are the same way. They're very exploitative toward their artists, and their talent and their creators. So it's tough. It's tough. You know, it'd be one thing if they just kind of fell off in popularity and then you know, things things just weren't going well, but it's a whole other thing to just take the morally worst ground possible. That's insane.
Anyways, I want you guys to know that I appreciate you guys a lot. This may be a very selfish ask from me, considering I know that I'm not the only one affected, and by that I mean you guys are affected, right? Emotionally. I know that you all are going through something too, but please, in this community,
I know the simps are going fucking crazy right now. The simps, bro. Oh, cuz you know they wailed, right? They gave hundreds of dollars to these girls um in support of them, and to know that likely their money didn't even make it to their bank account is crazy. It's crazy.
if it's okay for me to selfishly ask, please don't spread any ill speculations, harassment, bullying, and hate to anybody. There's already so much negativity going around, and I know that I don't say this as much as I really do, but I really do care for all of you. I selfishly just want us to have each other to rely on, be with together so we can grow stronger as a community and support one another. So if that's okay, I'd really appreciate that, chat. And I do want to say that, I'm not telling you not to feel upset. You're very valid to feel any type of feelings that you're feeling, but you don't have to force yourself to be okay with everything.
Yeah, I think I pretty much know how the rest of this video is gonna go, but no, I absolute most respect for her for taking the high road here. I'm not that person. Um, so fuck Vshojo. I hope that fucking company burns to the ground, and anybody associated or pushing any sort of positive bullshit with Vshojo, fuck them, fuck them. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Um, obviously, I would take her advice, all right, and just take the high road. Um, but I don't give a shit. I don't care. They're pieces of shit. They're pieces of shit, and I want the whole world to fucking know they're pieces of shit, and I want them to never be able to forget that they were pieces of shit. So, yeah. On a more positive note, here's the stuff right here. Here's her Twitch, Twitter, all that stuff. Go check it out. Um, and then obviously go check out her YouTube channel. Give her a sub, give her a like. All these videos shedding light on this is very important that we get them out there. Um, Sea Dog, obviously, he is fucking furious. I mean, he is. I've never seen him truly want to blow up in my life. Like he's he's a ticking time bomb, man. I hope these legal proceedings go fairly quickly so then he can get his piece out and truly say what he wants to say. Because I did watch not this video, but there was a more cut down, condensed version that I did watch, and I basically stopped watching because he's talked around it the whole time because he can't say anymore. So that is unfortunate. But yeah, they're all kind of in this situation, something to remember. But yeah, shout out Michi. Go show her some love, man. This is my first time reacting to her. Michi, if you happen to see this, um, those eyes are crazy. And that is the only point of reference I have for you is the fact that those eyes I'm going to see when I go to fucking sleep tonight. Jesus. But I love them. They're awesome. They're awesome. They're great. Uh, and I hope you have a wonderful new beginning. As well as the rest of the people you are friends with. And from other than that, guys, that's it for me. That's it for me. If more comes out about it, we're gonna be right here recording more about it. Like I said, I want to try to cover more of the popular topics and the news that's going on. Um, and this was completely crazy news, and we are gonna be here for all of it. Um, but on the next video. Catch you later.